I got the most important question in my last video. I just got the most important question. And that's ShowBizz. Do you think Canelo will fight David Benavidez? Yeah, I do. I think he'll fight him next. I'm saying if he doesn't, it's a duck because there's nowhere else to go. Do I think he's going to fight him? Yeah. Especially with Bivol not being an option. He wanted Bivol where he lost. And if you lose a fight, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want it that way? All right. But I'm saying it just wasn't practical. It didn't make sense to me, but it made sense to Canelo because he wanted his revenge. As far as David Benavidez, yeah. See, let me give you an unpopular opinion. You know, you guys got to understand this. When talking boxing with ShowBizz and this community and platform, y'all throw me in a box that I'm not. I don't think, here's an unpopular opinion, which I've been doing lately, but I don't think Canelo is a ducker. I think he's a warrior. I think he's an insane person. I think Canelo Alvarez is a monster, which is why I'm a huge fan of his. He fought Triple G 3 times, man. Canelo fought Floyd. Canelo, dude, the guy in 1 year became undisputed. He took on everybody who had the belts, and he brushed the mandatory, get Yildirim out the way, and he went on and became undisputed. I mean, the guy, to me, is a beast. I think he's a warrior. I think Canelo doesn't give a shit. I really don't. Like, when people said he ducked Jamal was never his mandatory. Jamal, he actually turned down Canelo Alvarez. When it comes to Boo Andrade, that fight, when it was hot, was going to happen. But the WBO got in the middle. I can't really remember it all. You guys may have to, fact check me on everything, but it was going to be a 3-fight deal with Canelo, and he had some guys in him, and Boo Andrade was going to be one of them, but it fell apart. The Zone and the WBO put some stipulations in it, and it ruined it. So, yeah, I mean, and I think Boo Boo had another opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez, but he turned it down to become Canelo Alvarez's mandatory. Who was he going to fight? Parker or something like that? Zach Parker? Either way, Canelo to me isn't a duck. I never thought Floyd was a duck either. I thought Floyd ducked Winky Wright, and he ducked Keith One Time Thurman at the end of his career. But how I perceive Canelo is he's a monster. I don't think he gives a shit. I really don't. I think Canelo, especially for that bag, for 50 million, I think who would get in the way would be Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn would want Canelo for himself. And that's why I said I don't care about the whole platform thing. You got people jumping in my comments talking about Showtime and the PBC, and I don't give a damn if it's on the Food Network, as long as they fight each other. Hold on. Let me get my hard Mike's lemonade. On a beautiful summer day. I'm calling the Carissa Shields fight later on, just to confirm that with you guys. But I don't give a damn where. I'm not on that. There are people in the comments talking about Gervonta Tank Davis like I'm some fanboy for you. I bet 4,000 on Ryan to win. What are y'all doing? Like, because I said Tank is the face of boxing? Who cares? Just disagree with me on it. Who cares? We're talking about fights happening. I don't care. Listen, bro. I only talk about watching fights. It's not what y'all think. Y'all come up with all these things. He's trying to do this or he's trying to do that, and he's trying. That's y'all, bruh. What I'm trying to do is watch fights. And as a Canelo fan, I would be highly disappointed if he doesn't fight David Benavidez right now on Mexican Independence Day for the 50 million. And it's a fantastic matchup. It's hard for me to even know who will win that fight, honestly, because of how Canelo's been looking, since Caleb Plant, how he's been looking. But he's still a monster. Canelo's still one of the better fighters in the world. All right. I do see a slight decline, but him declining from what he was doesn't mean that David Benavidez will beat him. I would love to see the matchup. If Canelo doesn't move his head, though, the way that If he does the catch and shoot thing, David Benavidez will beat him with volume and power. But if he does, make a miss and counter and does what he was doing with Triple G the first fight and what he did with Danny Jacobs and all that, that's one hell of a fight for David Benavidez. It's a good fight, and I want to see it. I don't know how you wouldn't want to see it. But back to the question, do I think Canelo would fight David Benavidez? Yeah, I do. I think Canelo's a wild boy. I think he's one of the great ones, and he has that mentality. I do. Shout out to Jose Benavidez Sr., David Benavidez's father, who's all over social media trying to make the fight happen. He's actually trying to shame Canelo into the fight, which I like that approach because I'm kind of doing it myself. Canelo, if you don't fight David, there's no one else. Jamal Charlo, shout out to Jamal Charlo. He's going through some mental health issues, and I just really want to support the brother, make sure that he's mentally strong and stuff. Like, he hasn't fought in a couple of years, so you don't want him fighting Canelo right now. I mean, that's just not a good look, and it wouldn't be the best Jamal. I do like Jamel versus Canelo, but Jamel, he got stuff to do at junior middle. Boo Boo Andrade, he's not hot right now. Who has he fought? As of late. When was his last fight? What the hell? No. David Benavidez just beat my guy, Caleb Plant. Love you, boy. He just whooped my boy's ass. All right? And Canelo Alvarez, they both got that fighter, and he's contender number one. And, I mean, we all know the reasons why it should happen. Do I think it will happen? Do I think Canelo, after Bivol reject the offer, do I think Canelo will fight him? Yep. ShowBizz, little dog. I'm out. Huh.